evening and welcome to That's Class. Today we are happy to have as our guests the Shunduns. The Shunduns are a talented upcoming musical group. Sitting next to me here is Robert Walsh. Robert, can you introduce the rest of the members of the band?
Sure. All the way down on my far right is Mr. Guy Tietz. He plays lead guitar for the band. On his immediate left would be Mr. Dave Ficklin, who's our drummer for the band. On his left would be Mr. Chris Eckert, and he plays keyboards for our band.
Oh, it's really nice. I'm curious about your name, the Shunduns. Who's the one that chose the name, and does the name mean anything?
Well, I can answer that one. We got it from an old friend of ours whose old band was named Shunduns, and it means clear river in, I think, Indian.
Yeah, I think it was an Indian name.
Yeah.
It was a while
That's
ago.
a clear running water, clear river.
Yeah,
So
something like that.
the name went over good, you know, it spread fast, so we kept it.
Oh, that's why you chose that name, right?
Yeah, I don't think we really got the real interpretation of it, but that's pretty
That's
much what
pretty
it means,
close.
yeah.
That's it.
Okay, now you four are the only members in the group, right? There's 4 members.
Right.
Is any one of you, any certain one, a leader or something, you know, the head?
No, I think we're all about the same. We like to keep it as an equal partnership, more or less. Everybody gets a say in what they
Yeah.
think the band
Yeah.
should be organized and how it should be organized.
Everybody's got a certain job, you know. That way, nobody's the boss. Nobody tells anybody else what to do. Everybody just more or less works together.
Well, it's probably easier that way. You know.
Yeah, it is. It avoids a lot of hassles that way. Yeah.
That's why we're
Yeah.
so versatile as far as our sound is concerned.
We all agree on the same
yeah.
songs, we're all
Sure.
like, you know, all around like the same type of music.
Okay. Chris, what's your part in the band?
Well, I do lead vocals and play keyboards, and I take a lot of most of the songs that we do, like when we figure them out and everything, like because I guess it's easier to figure things out on keyboards and everything. We figure them out, you know, and that's how we do songs and everything. When we it's hard to explain. It really is,
Yeah.
because we don't work that much with music, like sheet music.
You pick it up
listen.
by ear? Or?
Yeah, we pick it up by ear. We do a lot of ear work because we try and get the exact sound. You know, if we're doing a Billy Joel song or something, we'll try and get as close to the original as possible, because it seems that a lot of bands don't stick with that. You know, it's good to do their own interpretations and everything, but a lot of people want to hear Billy Joel through you, you know, or whoever you're doing, whatever song that
Like
you do.
exactly the way he does
Right,
it, right?
yeah.
So what do? You listen to it on stereo, and then you try to emulate what you're listening
Yeah.
to?
Right, and then if we can't figure it out by ourselves, then we'll take sheet music or whatever, you know, and then we can read off the music that way, and that's how things come together.
Oh, it's really good. David, what's your part in the band?
Well, I do vocals, a lot of background vocals, a little bit of lead now and then. Mostly I play the drums in the background. Whistling in the back is putting everything together. Keeping the drive of the music going, keeping everybody together. If somebody gets ahead or anything like that, try to hold them back, or they try to hold me back when I get a little bit too wild.
So you're the man with the rhythm, huh?
Man with the rhythm.
Okay. Okay, and Guy, what's your part in the band?
Oh, well, I'm the lead guitarist. I don't do much singing. I let these guys take care of all that and everything, you know.
What's the reason for that?
Vocal cords.
Or lack of.
Okay.
You know, I just try to hang with Feck's beat here, you know. Just little fills with the guitar and a lot of strumming and everything else like that. You know, try to make it sound the best I can.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Robert.
Back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take care of the bass guitar and backup harmonies, a few lead vocals, not many. We mostly leave that to Chris over here. I like to keep the beat with Ficklin over here, Dave over here. We call him Fick, by the way. And me and him try to play in unison together. You know, my bass guitar will ride around with his drums basically the same way that if you listen to any beat that we do, just about me and him are on time. When he hits a high drum, I'll hit a high note. Or if he hits the low notes, I'll drift right into the low notes. And me and him pretty much stick together, if I'm
We
not
work
mistaken,
together on
right?
everything.
And, you know, that's where we're tight between me and him. And, you know, me and him, like I said, we carry the rhythm of the whole band. So, like, if we are figuring out a song or something, these guys will figure out the melody or the flow, the harmony of the band, and me and him will get the bass down, and then we'll build harmonies from Chris singing lead vocals, and then me and him will step behind him, and we will more or less bring in the harmony. A lot of times we have to take, not sheet music for our singing as much as actually, you know, hitting the notes on a piano and figuring out the keys, what keys we want to sing in, you know, and get the harmony behind it, because that means a big thing when you're playing out. People seem to adjust a lot to the harmony.
Yeah, I could relate to that. I know when I'm listening to a band, you know, I like to listen to different harmonies and stuff. So how do you guys foresee the future? Do you see a big career ahead of you, full-time career
It's
in
hard to
music?
say. It's really hard to say. I think everybody, you know, would like to make it big, right?
Sure, I think we all dream about it sooner or later, right?
But it's a tough
It ain't
business.
working.
It's
There's
a
a lot
tough
of boys
business
out
to
there.
break into. Just, you know, just the kind of things that we do now, weddings and banquets and things like that, and you know, we do benefits and picnics and everything. It took us a long time, you know, to be able to be
Build
good
up.
enough to build up
Sure.
and to get this far, and there's a lot of talent out there that, you know, somebody's got some kind of talent. They're always doing something, and
We hope that sooner or later, though, maybe somebody will notice us or something, you know, so that because we do work hard as a unit, you know, that's where, I think, am I right, we're more tight as a group than we are singly. You know, none of us are, you know, that well singly, but together, I think, you know, that's what we're working for, a
That's where
unit.
we
We're a
take
unit
the
for
power from.
that sound, yeah.
So David, how do you foresee the future? Do you want to have a full-time job playing music?
I think I like to be playing 5 nights a week. During the day, just kind of take it easy, go here, go there, in the sauna, you know, just
Sauna guy
Just
too,
kinda-
huh?
lounge around during the day, and then at night we all pull together, do our gigs or whatever we have, whatever we might be playing for. Big lights, camera, a lot of money, you know how it is.
Yeah,
Trying to be a
so
big man someday.
you do want to be that, huh?
So it'll happen.
Yeah, that's
We're getting
good.
there. We're on it's a long road, but it's a very competitive field. We're going to try to make it.
That's good. I think that's great, you know, that you want to strive or that you are striving to make it. That's great. You know, you have to have a positive attitude. So, Guy, what do you think?
I'm gonna go all the way with it,
Yeah?
man. I'll do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really like it.
Do you ever want to do any singing?
Oh,
Or-
I'd like to and everything else, but you know, can't do what
Guys-
you can do what you can do, you know.
No, guy's got the talent. He just hasn't used it yet. We've had him sing a few songs now. We've just
Yeah.
started him working with his voice.
Try a few backgrounds once in a while, like get in there
Anytime.
and everything. So, but I want to do this, you know, for a long time playing.
Sure, we're
Try to
all
make it big.
looking for a future. You know, we'd like to, you know, expand a little bit on this type of business.
You know, working. Nobody likes to work. You know that. 5:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
going down with a headache to work. You know, like that. You
You
know?
said nobody likes to work, but don't you see working on the band, working in the band as work?
Never.
It's
Yeah.
pleasure.
Well,
It's something
It's
we
work.
all
It's
like
both.
to do.
It's work and it's, you know.
When we perform
fun
in
work.
front of an audience, though, like, and that we really can relate to, I don't think it's work. It's more
not.
pleasure.
Carrying equipment, that's work.
Practicing.
Gotta get-
You mean you don't
Practicing
have
for
people?
2 or 3 hours.
No,
that's
we don't
what-
have roadies. We're on those low-budget bands.
I'm trying to talk him into a lighter piano.
Sounds like you do a lot of the carrying, Dave.
Now and then.
He lies pretty good, doesn't he?
15-piece drum set.
So, Chris, you were talking about trying to emulate songs as closely as possible. Do you do any of your own songs at all?
Well, Rob and I wrote a couple of songs, and we played them out a couple of times, and they went over good, but it seems like that people really don't want to hear your own stuff. They're not really there to listen to you, it seems. They're there to listen to you as a band, but they're not there to listen to you as a personality. They more or less, they want to hear what they hear on the radio. And if you're playing something that they don't hear on the radio and they can't relate to, that they can't sing along to or something like that, unless you really make it big, then, you know, they really don't want to hear it that much. They'll say it's nice and everything, but you know, that's about as far as it really goes.
Have you ever tried your own stuff, what you and Rob
Sure.
wrote?
Yeah.
We tried it out. In fact, we wrote actually the vocals and the more or less the melody. Where Guy filled in his own lead, and Vic picked up his own drums. Like I said, we work scratch work. We have a little a song. Say we just we pluck something out in the guitar. It sounds good, so we bring it to practice, and then everybody just goes at it like that. Everybody picks up their own. What the song I brought over to one time, Vic changed the beat completely on me. Am I right?
Yeah.
And Guy picked it up. Chris the same way. Remember that he had a song that was on the Barry Manilow style, and we picked the beat up a little bit, and the people liked it. But like he said, it's hard coming across with your own music, unless you're famous and you can break out a new one.
Right. They have to all start somewhere, right?
Sure. And if I'm not mistaken, Guy's written a few songs here and there, right?
Yeah, I write a few, I don't sing them too well, but I can work in with Rob or Chris here, and,
Do you guys each have a favorite type of music? Like, all right, Guy, do you have a favorite type of music that...
Well, more or less, I like everything, I like everything, but when I pick up the guitar, I like, turning it up, and letting it ride, But, when I play with these guys, we all, like, seem to blend together, pretty good. They yell at me for too loud once in a while, but,
Yeah.
it's, they keep me under control.
They call them rock and roll teats.
Oh, so he likes rock and roll.
It's a little
No guy.
Yeah.
How about Vic?
My favorite is actually jazz. The favorite kind of music that I like is jazz, because when you're playing jazz as for a drummer, you're doing a lot of what they call the rudiments, what are the basic things that you learn as far as being a drummer. So you do a lot of your own style, do a lot of improvisation, you do a lot of work. And that's what I like to do when I play drums. It's not really work, as some people, call work. For me, it's thinking a lot in my head. Like when I'm playing, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm thinking about maybe another song ahead.
Chris?
Like Rob was saying, the Barry Manilow type thing. I guess I'm a romantic. I don't know. I like. You call it that? My wife thinks so. I don't know. But I get into like the soft ballads and everything. More I like a lot of keyboard. I like a lot of piano. There's nothing more that I like to listen to than some guy really wailing on, 9-foot grand piano. And the softer stuff. I'm not, I like, I get into everything that we play, whether it's rock or whether it's disco or country or anything. I can get into anything, but that's my particular favorite.
Mm-hmm. I guess each of you kind of like something that, how can I say, reflects your instrument, the instrument that you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's why it comes together so well too, because everybody, the variety is everybody's got the variety. How would you say it? I think because because everybody likes something different.
We're all versatile.
We don't get stuck playing just rock or just country or just jazz or everybody wants to play something different along the line. So everybody plays what the other person wants to play.
I think we're all pretty much, though, if I'm not mistaken, we all pretty much like performing 50s music, and
It always goes over good. Real good.
that's one thing. We all have different tastes, as far as updated music and country music, say, but we all pretty much like the 50s music. That's why we do our 50s show.
Okay, we're going to get back to the 50s. Right now, we'd like to show you a cut of the band actually performing. And this tape was taken. We were filming this at the Town Tavern in West Milford. And if they just... Hey, you guys sound pretty good. I recognize a song, Three Times a Lady. Do you usually play that each time that you go to a different show? You play a different place?
That's one of our standards. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
didn't we learn that one for a wedding? One time we had done a wedding. That was
Yeah, it was.
was that a
Yeah.
wedding song? They wanted to
Yeah.
request it.
Yeah, a lot of songs that we do, especially the slow songs, we pick up as we go along.
Request from
Yeah, requests from people for their special song for the first dance and everything in a wedding, and I think that was the way we picked that song up.
Do you get a lot of requests?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a
Just
few.
about every
Yeah.
wedding is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Really.
would think so.
Everybody has their
Yeah.
own wedding song. We like to cater to certain weddings, you know. We normally give the people the option to pick, wedding song that we do for the bride and groom, and also song that they like to hear throughout the night that maybe was special to their parents or to somebody or a group of people that are there, that are, at the wedding,
Mhm.
or an ethnic group or something like that. We like to, we do polkas and all kinds of music like that, to cater towards certain groups.
You talked about playing at weddings. What other occasions do you usually play at?
name,
Name it.
Yeah?
That's about it.
birthday parties,
Yeah.
everything.
In fact, I think one time didn't we play for a birthday party for a 9-year-old kid or something? All those
Sure.
kids were running around.
Banquets,
Yeah.
right? Am I right? We did a
Yeah.
few banquets
A
down
lot
the
of
line.
banquets,
Benefits.
Benefits.
We've
Yeah.
done Muscular District.
installation
benefits.
dinners.
Yeah.
Couple picnics.
Picnics, yeah, we did. We do the 4th of July picnic in West Milford, which is held outside, which is it's kind of a goof for us because like
It's a
there's
lot of fun.
it's a lot of fun and there's like 10,000 people there. It's really it's something.
We play on a raft. They pull a raft in that's out in the lake. We get up on the
Field,
raft,
everybody's out there.
It's all right. It's a long day affair, Everybody's out there partying all afternoon.
Yeah, but everybody has a good time.
Sure.
So you
Like
guys
being in
are,
a big arena,
Yeah, really, it's just a big outside concert. That's what it is. Yeah.
so it gives you kind of a, like star
That's it.
appeal or
Yeah,
something,
it's
right?
At the end, I think last summer we played and we all signed autographs at the end. Kids came up with their papers,
Yeah.
Was that the highlight?
That was,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was about
that's
the highlight
it.
of our year.
Makes you,
Yep.
makes you feel pretty good.
You were there.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you usually play? Do you have specific places where you usually play your music, or certain places where you go?
Well, we go mostly where the people want us to go. We don't have a set bar or club or anything that we play every weekend or anything like that. It depends on where the party is. you
Sure.
know.
That clip that was just shown,
Yeah.
that was at the Town Tavern
That was at the
Country
Town
Inn
Tavern.
in West Milford. We'll be back again there when
17th.
March.
17th.
That was for St.
17th,
Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day.
Sure.
This weekend,
Yeah.
Saturday, we're playing at the Highlands in West Milford.
Greenwood Lake.
Greenwood
Yeah,
Lake.
it's in
yeah.
Greenwood Lake.
And we move around. There's no two jobs that we play in the same place every week.
We've played as far up as where's
New
that?
York State.
New York
Yeah.
State, up way up
Florida, New York.
Florida, New York. Them down in Bergen
over,
County. We
all
played
over.
down in the Sheridan.
The
Yeah.
Cameo. Different places like that. The Wayne Manor. The Orange Manor.
Cover.
Yeah, we play all over the place. I don't think you could really name all the places that we play. We forget half the time.
Sure.
Even when we go there for the second time.
Yeah.
Where is this
A lot of
place?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any funny experiences, like any funny experiences with the band?
Oh, funny experience.
Yeah, we have a bunch.
Yeah.
We went to the wrong place. Chris knows that one.
Oh,
He-
man.
He remember.
That'd be the
Drove,
funniest
man.
thing.
There was one. We were playing for some kind of
installation
an
dinner. wasn't it?
installation dinner. Yeah.
Installation dinner.
And we were supposed to be at a clubhouse. It was like a lake community clubhouse.
Oh,
And we got to this clubhouse and we got in. We set all the equipment up and everything. And like it was 15 minutes before we were supposed to play, and we're waiting for all the people to come in, and nobody came in.
In the
We
wrong
didn't know
place.
anybody was there. So I said, I wonder if we're in the wrong place or not. So we called the person that takes care of our bookings, and she said, no, you're in the wrong place. It's down the road. So we had to unpack all the equipment, throw it back in the truck, drive down the road, and then set up
in
again
about
Mass
in about
hysteria.
15 minutes.
You had
And
to
it-
see mass hysteria, am I right? We were so nervous, man. Oh,
it takes us about 20, 25 minutes to set everything up. And we were breaking everything down and then setting up again, and we did it in about 15 minutes, and we got on the time. But that was, it was one of those iffy things.
That was one of the funniest experiences.
Really?
Fick had all his drums set up, and normally it takes him at least an hour to pack them. So he's got to get there, when we get there, he's going to start right in. He don't even help unload the truck, He's grabbing his pieces, throwing them in his car, and running down there like crazy. It was the funniest experience. Oh, God.
Then there's, you remember the time with the sleds?
Oh.
We used to practice. We used to practice in a cellar, and there was no. We used to.
Couldn't drive down to get to the entrance.
You'd have to back down on the grass to get to the back door, and it was after a snowstorm, and it was solid ice, so we couldn't back the truck down because we were afraid we'd get stuck. So we had to unload at the street, and we were sliding all over the place. So we got a sled. We drove all the equipment down on the sled. We were going on the sled.
Guys laying over top of it.
Yeah,
this is this is late in the evening. Guys laying over top of the amp, like Spider-Man, just hanging out.
Guy next door yelling, "Keep it down, keep it down!"
Neighbors come out.
This is about 3 o'clock in the morning. People don't need that
after a late job. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah, it is.
So you had quite a few funny experiences happen with the group.
We could go on forever. I think listening to funny experiences.
Ripping your pants and everything.
Oh, that one's got to be a good one.
That's a good one. I think we all did that once, splitting our pants or something.
Chris splits him one time, and he goes, he wouldn't get up off his piano the whole night. He just sat there.
It was like I glued to the chair.
Guy, another time, we're up in New York State. Guy's going, I don't feel too good. What's the matter with you? Oh, come on, play. No, I don't feel so hot. He goes, sit the whole performance. People are saying, why is that guy sitting down? He goes, oh, I don't feel good. He goes to the doctor the following week. There he had mono, Here he's out there playing.
Carrying that equipment out, staggering with it.
We were all yelling at him, you're phony, And there it was. He was really sick.
Okay, guys, that was really great. Robert, Chris, David, and Guy, I really thank you very much for your time and being here and answering all your questions and stuff like that. I hope the best for you in the future. Okay, thank you very much for joining That's Class today.